Hello everybody, my name is Shadowsense and welcome back to Dream Daddy a Dad Dating Simulator. The last time we left off, we kinda botched a date with Craig, but it still went pretty well. We got a B ranking, and we had a nice heart-to-heart conversation with Amanda about her friends being assholes, basically. So now we're on Dad Book. We're gonna go back out with Craig. Let's message him again. Oh shit. You know what they say about third dates, they get pretty serious. Are you sure this is your dream daddy? I'm sure. Rusty, you can't lay in my lap. This is not the... I got a new chair recently, and my cat Rusty keeps trying to lay in my lap, but it's a very shallow chair, if that makes sense. Can't exactly lean back and just have him lay on my lap. He tries to anyway, and it's adorable. Dad tip 87, spend less money than you make. Well, that's just life tips. That's life tips 87, boy. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy with work and the kids, and it's good to know that we'll just be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out. But the added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. God, I wish that were me. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags and the tent while he takes care of the food, so I double-checked to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's going to be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. Hey, Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it finally zipped. Hey, Pops! Ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm ready to go. How much did you pack? This seems like a lot for 2 days. Oh, it's all in my camera equipment. Lenses, tripods, flash, all that. Are you even gonna have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments. Ooh, what's the series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as the founding fathers. What? I'm kidding, nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh, well, I'm gonna be in the woods, out there in nature. You know, roughing it. Just me and Mother Nature. The old Madre de trees. Are you gonna be alright on your own? Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna have any signal out there. I won't be able to text you or call you at all. Oh, it's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple of days without constant updates on who just got voted off the International Haunted House Hunters. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and lugs it next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Relax, Dad Tron. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh, well, alright. Don't steal anything, okay? Since you asked nicely, fine. Promise. I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Craig's already strapped on some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. Don't you dare. I got it. Let's go with that one. I almost had a case of the vapors there. Never fear, these muscles are made for picking up heavy things and putting them in other places. Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Take it easy. I guess I can't argue with that. Everything good with Amanda? Yep, on her way to a school trip to Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? Already at Smashley's for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car and we get in. Wait, I thought we were taking my car. It looks like my car. Craig, did you steal my car? Oh no. What's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and cold press some carrots? No, it's just... Just try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all of your worries and blend them into a pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do we have anything to listen to? All I had at my place is a series of CDs that guide you through a thorough and intense calisthenics workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding. Craig hands me a thick case filled with CDs. Take your pick. I thumbed through the page after page of kids sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Takes me back. Keep going. I get to the end of the case to find, in the very last slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Kegstan's Megamix Volume 1? Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. I pop the CD into the car's stereo and it's like I'm immediately transported back to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays and soon after we're both happily scream singing the lyrics to each song as we fly down the highway. Man, this song was Carl's favorite. Carl, the third roommate. You brought that dog home one night and I couldn't pry you two apart. So you spent an entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who had a really bad cough and it sounded exactly like a dog's bark. Then we had room inspection. That RA was so suspicious of us but could never prove anything. And Carl was just under a blanket. Bless that pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes in whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer. Feels good to be back out here. Real good. We park our car at the entrance to the familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working my health over the past couple of weeks. Otherwise, I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen in these loud-ass fucking woods. Would you, animals and insects, please keep it down? Holy shit, why is that part of the game so loud? Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything alright? Yep, just had to fire off one last work email. Craig pockets the phone and we start off on the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around me and take in the tall trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there? There's no reception out here. Oh yeah, being out in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face. But what if there's a problem? There won't be. It'll be fine. Come on, bud. Who's a relaxed boy? I don't know. Craig. I'm a relaxed boy. That's my dude. We keep marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Maybe we should go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell phone reception. Craig, seriously, what's wrong? I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instinct is kicking in and my mind keeps conjuring up all sorts of worst case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have signal and I would have no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away, no matter how old your kids are. You just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all and just focus on ourselves for this little trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. Craig looks me directly in the eyes. Wow. This needs to be updated. Craig looks me directly in the eyes. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not too long of a hike before we get to the campsite, and we're both glad to see that we're the only people there. I can't believe you still have this tent. Found in my attic and already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, for sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dump the bag of fabric and poles onto the ground. We unfold the tent in the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes. We still know how to do this, right? Of course we do. We do not. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. I want to put this up against a storm, but I think we'll be able to survive for the night. We set out a couple of chairs and our cooking equipment, admiring our handiwork. Bro, look at us go! Look upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews, for we hold dominion over this land. Verily, and look at our camping chairs, which we are gonna sit on. So what's next on the camp extravaganza docket? Well, now that we have shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up the way that I'm sure we could hike to. Let's get hiking! Craig and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me. Dude, does that look like what I think it looks like? I look over at where he's pointing. Oh my god, it does. That tree looks like a butt! I can't get over how detailed it is. I examine the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. It even has back dimples. I thought we were going to have a great time camping, but this makes it even better. Craig holds back a snicker. I aspire to have every hike be as good as this one. I'm snickering now too. Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share a huge belly laugh at our awful jokes. The best thing about this is that there's no daughters here to tell us our jokes are bad. We high five. Craig and I hit the trail once again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember back from our college days. I think we're getting close now. Check it out! There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear water running. Cresting over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling out into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with genuine beauty of the place, we go to investigate. The old waterfall. It's gorgeous. Nature's so rad. Peering further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is. Think we could jump off it like the old days? Ha! This old dad is happy here on dry land. Looks like you could climb up right over there. Why is my game glitching out like that? That was weird. We didn't even bring swimming trunks. What are you talking about? Craig immediately begins taking his clothes off. Damn. Look at him. He is fucking jacked. Don't look at Craig's butt. Look at Craig's butt. I can't help but sneak a peek. That is a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking. I do a lot of glute workouts. I immediately turn away, blushing. You coming or what? I don't know about this dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall by the time I finish my sentence. When he realizes I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes. We lived together for years and I've seen your ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal. Let's put on a who needs pants anyway? They're society's oppressors. Down with pants, down with the system. That's the spirit. I take my shirt off and drop it in a pile with Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb up to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliff and into the tiny lake. It seems so much higher up from this perspective. Craig has always been a daredevil. He pulled some stunts in college that I'm honestly still shocked he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines, watching and hoping I wouldn't be bringing him home in a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks me in the eyes. Nice. Don't think, just jump. Craig cannonballs off the waterfall into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from under the water. Woo! He treads water and looks up at me. You coming or what? Don't think, just jump. How are you supposed to just not think? I'm pretty sure that's not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock. The water looks so far away. Don't think, just... I run off the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle, it turns into a really graceful belly flop. I hit the water with a loud slap. I resurface to find Craig giggling. I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splash water at Craig. Are you sure about that? I splash him again.
Oh.
You've given me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast! He launches another wave of water at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a wild animal in the corner. What should we do? Hammer fist! With the force of thunder, I bring my fist down into the water, creating a tidal wave that drenches Craig. Good one.
Oh.
But I think I can do better. Craig answers back with his own tidal wave. It's big enough to launch me back. He's so strong. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it. Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There is peace. Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush.
Oh.
Not so scary now, huh? I raced it to the top. We run all the way up the slick rocks and cannonball off to the waterfall again. What a rush. Good form on that one. Wanna go again? You know it. With the same energy we had in our youth, we climb back up to the top of the waterfall. I'm brave enough to try a flip, which I'm sure looks incredibly graceful as I belly flop into the water. Phew, man, this was fun. Got one more in you? I live for danger. It takes us a little more time, but we get to the waterfall and both do our best running jumps into the water below. Alright, I think that's my limit. We should get back before it gets too dark. You're right. We should probably head back. We go to put our clothes back on and notice that they're soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea. It's okay. We'll get a fire going in no time. We could dry off and get some dinner going. Sopping wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes in tinfoil.
Oh.
You ready for a feast? Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling into the relaxation station and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Absolutely not. Cooking is the one thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now? I remember how his entire sophomore year diet consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved, and have trouble believing the thing he just said. At least let me start the fire. Sure, let me just grab my matches. Craig reaches into his backpack. He rummages around in his bag, pulling things out and checking every pocket. Uh-oh.
Oh.
I know I packed it. Craig checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach grumbles, and now I'm more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. Gosh, I'm so stupid. I could have swore I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. We'll need some wood. I gesture to the trees around us.
Oh, man.
There's no shortage of that. And some tinder.
Oh.
We can make that work. And then I think some ancient aliens are supposed to come by and give us advanced technology. Or renovate our house. Depends on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all of the materials that could conceptually make a passable looking campfire.
Oh.
Just that fire, right? That's the fun part. The sun is just now setting and a cool breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We have to work quick.
Nice.
I've done this in the past and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second. Any way I can help? Give me some moral support. Lift my spirits and we'll make this fire happen. Never knew a better... Go overboard. Never knew a better Craig. In all my days, I can confidently say that I've never known a Craig to be a better friend, father, or firemaker. Aw. Actually, now that I think about it, I knew a guy named Craig in high school who ended up getting a job as a professional pyrotechnics operator, and I suppose he must have been pretty good at starting fire, but... I bet you're even better than that guy. Bro! Oh, shit, that was not... The black tendrils came out of his back. That's not good. Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we have a nice little fire going. Way to go, man. We're regular old outdoorsy fellas. Hooray for not dying. I take a seat in one of the lawn chairs Craig brought and cozy up to the fire, warming up my hands. Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner. I watch as Craig stokes the fire and sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I'm able to relax a bit. With the sound of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan he's been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme and crushed ginger over it while blasting them both in butter. Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I ever saw him get in college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packets onto dry ramen and eating it straight up. When did this happen? You used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk. I grew up, I guess. I think these are just about ready. Craig puts the steaks on a paper plate and sets them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away. Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavorful that way. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese onto freshly chopped greens. He places it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in. Damn, all of that sounds so fucking good. And I want it. Why can't fictional food ever be as good as real food? Can somebody answer that question for me? Everything tastes okay? I'm in heaven. That's what I like to hear. Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It's so hard not to go back to that. Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've gotten to your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humor in it. Glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks at a salad. He really grew out of his baby face, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem so much older than he is. A sense of maturity he didn't have in college. He looks exhausted. You okay?
I don't know.
Yeah. Come on, dude. I've known you for a long enough time to see when you're down.
Oh, man.
I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize just how drained I feel. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy.
Oh, man.
I have to. For my girls. I volunteer at their school. I cook healthy meals for them. I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. And then you work out a lot so you can crush anyone who stands in their way.
Oh.
That, and I don't want to fall back into my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them and I wouldn't have it any other way. But it seems like it's bleeding you dry. If that's what it takes to raise them, well, then it's worth it. Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself too.
Bro!
I do though. I eat right and I exercise, and that's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know?
Bro!
What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs just because you're too busy taking care of everyone else's. You matter too.
I don't know.
It's just, I know I can provide for my family, and if I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them.
Oh.
But I can't explain it, man. There's always that voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve it. To be honest, I even feel guilty about being out here. Craig, you're trying your best and you're doing an amazing job. That's a fact. But even if you weren't, you'd still deserve happiness. Do I, though? Hell yeah, bro. I look at Craig and think about what a good friend and even better father he is. He's compassionate, he's hardworking, and he's relentlessly positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. He makes me want to be a better person. If you could only see yourself the way I see you.
Oh.
Craig beams. He gets up and walks over to his supplies.
Oh.
Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, are you going to use that campfire to torch the tops of some creme brulee?
Oh.
What? I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows.
Hey!
Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to just completely blacken the marshmallows. Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but the gooey center is preserved. Brutish. Craig throws a marshmallow at me and I catch it in my mouth.
Oh.
Pro move! We used to be able to do that at great distance against a wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire, watching embers float up towards the sky. The stars are so much brighter out here. Yeah. I miss this, Matt. Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber into the tent. Oh boy. We crawl into the tent and I unfurl my sleeping bag.
Oh.
Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? I look around for a second. Oh. Oh no, I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude, I'm sorry. I'll just curl up over here. No way. Here. Craig unzips the sleeping bag and spreads that out so that there's enough room for the both of us to lie on top of it. Night, bro. Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other. Without a blanket, it's really cold. I shiver, and without realizing it, I find myself nestling closer to Craig. I'm sure he won't mind. He turns over and I can feel his breath on my neck. It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over, trying to get more comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hand finds a place on my waist. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. This is getting steamy. We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig?
Oh.
I got strong feelings for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore. Bro, me too. I run my hands through his hair and then down to his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure. You know, talking about old times is fun, but I like making new memories with you. I smile, tracing the lines of his hip with my finger. We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. Yeah! We just banged Craig. Oh, we got a ton of cannonball points. Look at that.
Man, that was amazing.
S rank, even though we had that one little slip up.
Missed you, dude.
Aw, man. Woo, I think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Okay, so, I think I'm gonna leave the episode here. No, actually, I'm gonna keep going. Be cool, Matt, be cool. I'm gonna keep going until you have to open up Dad Book again. So this episode might be long. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats. Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. That life of crime is finally catching up to you. I tried to send him in a different direction, but even I'm no match for the power and funding of the US government. Well, if they think they're gonna take me alive, they got another thing coming. I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where the present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to give you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but... Aw, Dad, you... I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaws drop. No way! I figured you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box set of Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers. This is all 19 seasons. Jesus Christ. And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally! I follow Amanda to the back door. What? You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal about it out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you.
Hey!
Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is. Fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake. The good kind with the crunchies in the middle. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Woo! Bah! Brian, you made it. Ha! I don't pass up on good mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. I think it's just remembered what voice I gave him. I think I gave him kind of like a Patrick Star. Just not bad? Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thanks so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Looks like you've settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime? Sure, Joseph, that'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese.
Hey.
The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Matt. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher.
Huh.
Hey. Congratulations on graduating. I know you're gonna do great things at art school.
Pew!
Haha, yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me.
Oh.
You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want and there's nothing you can do about it. Are you so mad about the time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope.
Yes.
And I'll have... What the fuck? And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so... She'll fit into college just fine. Hey, Robert. Glad you could make it. Yep. Robert takes a sip of his drink. Why is he being so cold to me? Everything okay? Sure. Why won't you talk to me? I thought we had something. Come on, Matt. You know what this was. You were an object to me the same way I thought I was an object to you. I figured we were on the same page here, from at least how you were acting. But I don't want to be in this if there are feelings involved. I got too much to deal with as it is. I'll catch you around.
Hey, dude.
Hey, man. Matt! Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of the talkin' banana breads ready for her. Thank you. I know she'll love that. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. This icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. Thanks for coming by. Hey, looks like Amanda's hanging out with Briar and Hazel. Let's see what they're up to.
Hey!
Okay, Briar, think of a shape. Hazel, what's she thinking? Square. Briar? Star. We'll get it next time. Amanda leaves in close with Briar and Hazel, lowering her voice. Listen, you guys can be real with me. If you're downplaying your psychic abilities, I want you to know that you can trust me. Heck, even think of me as the third twin. Amanda, that's a triplet. You know, Dad, by the time I'm done with these kids, we're gonna be finishing each other's... What? You didn't finish your sentence. What are we gonna be finishing? Each other's...
Yeah.
Sentences! See? Third twin. I have to go. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat next to Craig. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill.
Oh.
Bro.
Hmm?
This reminds me of the parties we used to throw. Fewer keg stands, of course. Probably for the best. I don't want to get my hip replaced after a party trick goes wrong.
Hmm?
We can leave the keg stands in the past.
I don't know.
Craig sighs. You doing okay?
Nice.
Yeah, dude, I'm alright. I just can't hang for too long. I gotta get back home and answer some emails. What happened to relaxing? I am relaxing right now. Oh, my voice. We're sitting on a bench.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I could be standing.
Hmm.
See? Relaxing. Craig, you gotta take better care of yourself. I care about you and I want you to be okay.
Oh.
I appreciate it, but I'm fine. You're a good friend, dude. A good friend. Do you ever wish that maybe we were more than that? Oh, bro. I'm sorry if I gave off that impression. To be honest, I kind of wondered the same thing. But
Oh.
I don't have time for that right now. I think we're just better off as friends. Oh, fucking god damn it. I thought we had him. Oh. Yeah, I can do friends. Craig hops up.
Oh.
Alright, buddy, I gotta get moving. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh.
Let's hang soon, yeah? That would be nice. Craig jogs out of the yard. Man. The last guests begin to make their way out of the party. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy, but it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry. Don't cry. I swear to God, Matt, if you cry again. You're the best, Dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time! Amanda hands me a tiny wrap package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kind of shocking. Kind of shocking all of our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed at least one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right?
Dad.
Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff. Intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda and I wave bye to the partygoers as they leave. We sit together and watch the sun slowly dip below the horizon. I'm glad you made some friends. Yeah. I know that's maybe not what you were looking for, but these people care about you. I love you, Dad. We'll always have each other. You're right. It's gonna be hard at first, but this is the next chapter in our story, and I would be nervous about it, but I know that you're always gonna be looking out for me the same way I'll always be looking out for you. Team Cat? Team Cat. Yeah! I think that's it. Holy shit, it's been about 40 minutes. Oh, there are the credits. Leighton Gray and Vernon Shaw. Congratulations, you two. You made a very, very funny game. Executive producers Aaron Hansen and Brent Lilly. That's Ninja Sex Party's manager. Erika Ishii, she was on Dice Camera Action. Well, so is Nathan, obviously. Oh, yeah, of course. Dan was Robert. Who's Val? I don't remember Val. I don't remember hearing Susie at all. Man, this was fun. So, like I said, I think I'm just gonna end the series here, and then, I'll pick it back up somewhere down the line. I don't know when. So just be on the lookout for whenever I start up another route. I think I'm going to try to do Damien next. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. Subscribe if you're interested. Like the video if you enjoyed the series as a whole. I keep having a burp and I want to avoid burping into the microphone. So yeah. Concert minigame. Wow, there's so many different minigames. Music. Original score by Jessica Hale. Dream Daddy performed by Baths. Courtesy of Anticon. Administered by Ghostly International. DVP? This is not DVB by Pup. Written and performed by Barry Kramer. Ballad of a Fallen Dad. Written and performed by Dr. Brian Wecht. Hell yeah. Test company, please ignore. Wow. Oh, let's look at all the playtesters. Do I recognize any of these names? No, I don't. Special thank. Wow, that is a. Hey, Ryan McGee, Matt Watson, all the grumps, basically. I don't really see. And all of our dads. A game from Game Grumps. God. That was fun. That was fun. That was heartwarming. Damn. Okay, well, that's all for now. Thank you guys so very much for watching the video and sticking with the series. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until the next time, and until then, I'll see you next time when I do my outro correctly. Bye-bye.